What's up, people? It is Christina Armstrong. I am the creator of Singled Out. If you don't know what Singled Out is, by now you should be ashamed. If you are new to the YouTube channel, Singled Out is a place where we educate, equip, and empower singles on how to be single God's way. So I've been MIA for the past 2 Saturdays simply because I hadn't been spending any time with God to figure out what he wanted me to say. Let me try and get the lighting right, guys. Perfect. There we go. And so what I did was I actually had got asked to encourage the singles of Power in Action Church. And in doing that, the Holy Spirit really drove home the revelation for me of the single season being a gift. So on today's episode, we are going to be talking about how the single season is a gift and what is that gift for. So just to kind of give you guys, you know the testimony, you know the story, planned a wedding without a husband, a fiance, but you don't know my struggle to get to this point, like my mental thoughts, my mental space, the emotional space that I was in. So for me, it was really, I was angry at God, and I moved past the angry stage, and then I was like, this don't make sense, Lord. Like, if you made Eve for Adam, why do I have to be single? Like, what's the point of this season? And he really drove home the fact that the single season is a gift to your marriage. And the reason it's a gift to your marriage is because it teaches you things that you wouldn't know if you weren't single. If you were being single God's way, which is abstaining from sex until you're married, and spending that time to fellowship with him, you learn some things. You learn, one, some of the issues that you have, which allows you time to heal. You learn, 2, self-control, because as you're waiting to have sex for marriage, especially, I can't speak for, I might have to interview a virgin. I might have to find that and interview a virgin for one of the next episodes. But for somebody who's had sex before, that whole not having sex until your marriage thing is huge. It builds so much self-control. It builds a lot. It builds patience. I feel like your standards get built up when you wait to have sex until marriage. And these are things that you learn in the season of being single. And so I really wanted to drive home the fact that we are single for a purpose. Us being single now is okay. I don't care. Like I told them, I don't care if you're 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. If you've been married and now you're divorced and you're newly single. If you lost your husband or your wife and you're single, you still have a gift. You still have so much learning to do. You still have so much to unpack. You still have so much to discover about yourself. And you get to do that when you're in the single season. You get to learn what that means for you when you're in the single season. And it's awesome. It's really good. Definitely take time to figure out who you are. I wouldn't focus so much on who you're looking for. I would focus on being the best version of yourself. I'm going to be honest and open and transparent because that's what we do here at Singled Out. I thought that it was time for me to jump back into the dating world. And so with COVID going on, I was like, I guess I'll sign up for online. And so I signed up for a few online dating sites. And I literally had it for a day. And not because it was something wrong with the people that was up there, but I heard the Holy Spirit whisper to me, let me find him. You don't find him. Let me arrange this. And I was like, and it was the smallest voice ever. And I had to remind myself, don't rush the season, Christina. Don't, just because you're on lockdown and it's COVID and you're home and you're bored, don't rush this season. it is too important. It's too valuable. It's too precious. Don't rush it. And so that was my time with God. I was like, this is, and I'm frank with everything. This is stupid. This is so stupid. What? And I'm big. I'm like, God, Eve was never single. Adam may have been single, but Eve was never single. So, I have those conversations, and it boils down to, he is a good father. He gives great gifts, and I am a gift for someone. But during this time, I am making sure that the time that I'm investing now is going to be the gift to my marriage. I'm going to be able to present my body to my husband and say, hey, I've been waiting for you. Or, hey, during my single season, I wasn't just slacking. I was actually paying off school debts. Or, hey, I picked up a new habit of working out. Like, there's so many different things that I'll be able to present to my marriage that's going to be beneficial, and it's going to be amazing. And it's building the foundation of a good marriage. Your single season is what builds a good foundation. Let me address this. This last thing. I'm not even gonna hold y'all on. We come from a time where men are told, go and sow your royal oats. Go out there, and girls, go out there, have your whole season, get it out your system so that when you get married, you're good. That is absolutely detrimental to your marriage season. Let me explain why. You go out, you sleep with all of these people trying to get it out of your system. One, you've had spiritual transactions with everything. Two, with everybody that you've encountered. Two, you now have these expectations, whether that be with sex, whether that be with how people dealt with you, that now you're bringing into your marriage. Three, you may have encountered hurts throughout those things. You're bringing in a lot of junk into your marriage. Invest in this time. I love you guys. I just wanted to share that. I wanted to hop on and do this singled out. I'm gonna see if I can talk to someone who's a virgin, to kind of get their thoughts on why they're waiting, because we are going to start to venture into the sex aspect of being single, because that is a big part of being single. It's not the biggest, but it's a big part, especially in our culture. So, love you guys. Enjoy the video. Like, if you haven't subscribed, share the video. Other people need to hear this. Share the video. Love you guys.